Three, two, one. Broadcasting tape delayed from Indianapolis, Indiana, where the NCAA headquarters are once again. And they got some rules that are just unbelievable. I'm Bill, and this is JP. We're here to pump you up because today's topic is how many college teams can you play for in 5 years? Well, JP, up until this past weekend, I thought it was only 5 because University of Kentucky had a basketball player that when he played for them, I think his last year was in 2023 maybe. That was his 5th team because before, I don't know how far back it goes. The year before that, he played for West Virginia. And the year before that, he played for Texas. And then back and back and back. But now, this weekend, we have learned that 2 coaches have been fired. The Virginia Tech coach, football coach, and the UCLA football coach, right?
Yeah.
And lo and behold, the rules say that if your coach is fired, you can enter the transfer portal.
Right. Which is just ridiculous.
Which is ridiculous.
But what was crazy to me is you can enter the transfer portal and then play this season with another school. You know?
That's right.
I can see you transferring for next year. But to actually say, you know what, I still want to get some playing time with another team this season, to me, is just really ridiculous.
Yeah. Look, I understand players want to leave and this and that and the other. But as a fan, see, I'm going off with this with no notes. I'm just talking today as a fan.
Yeah.
Your coaches and your fan base want to have some sort of something. So is it so wrong to say you should sign a contract for 2 years? Is that so bad?
You know what? I feel the same way. Like okay, I'll put it like this, Bill. We are older. Yeah. So I realize as you get older, you always remember the way things were, right? So when we were coming up, guys used to stay with their college teams for 3 and 4 years. Star players.
Yeah.
In football
Christian
and
Laettner.
basketball.
Christian Laettner played 4 years.
Patrick Ewing. Grant Hill.
Yeah.
You know, these are players that were star players. And I mean star players from the moment they got to the school. Yeah. And they stayed at least 3 to 4 years. And now, and at that point, college sports were really booming. People used to watch college sports like it was appointment TV.
Yeah, that's right.
And now,
the Big East in basketball was a big deal for about 6 or 7 years.
You know, one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play, Peyton Manning. Yeah. Played 4 years. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on. And now, I find myself looking at a team, especially in basketball. Like I'm a fan of UNC, I know. But
I know. You need some memorabilia behind you. You know.
Yeah, I do.
Get a picture of Michael Jordan going for the dunk.
Well, I do got Michael Jordan making the shot.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
NCAA
I see it.
Championship game.
Your head's in the way. I couldn't see what it
was. But I am a fan. But I'll be honest with you. Every year, I'm literally like, I have no idea if the team is good or not. You know, because they pick up guys and they lose guys. So I have no idea what their team is going to be every year. The only way I find out is by the time they get to Christmas, they've played a certain amount of games and I know if they're going to suck or not.
Yeah. Well, being a Kentucky fan, I am well versed in players only being there 1 year. Because they constantly go to the NBA draft, constantly. But now, due to this transfer portal, they leave every year. But now, since you get to transfer if your coach is fired, you get to go to another team. Like that, you got 30 days, I'm going to be on another team. So what that does is all of a sudden you fire your coach. Well, your team, You're looking for, hey, I found this guy. He was all high school basketball second team 2 years ago. He's willing to walk on, but he's only asking for 250 grand this year.
Right.
So this is where it's really at, you know?
Right. I mean, it's to the point. It's like, where does it end? You know, where does it end? It's it's just too much. You know,
Yeah.
it's too much to me. You know, like and this whole thing with the, okay, your coach gets fired or leaves, you can
Yeah.
transfer. Well, if you do that, in football, I don't think it will matter because you just won't be able to pick up on the systems they're running as a team
Yeah.
to be a valid player.
In the
You
last
know,
in the last 6 games of the season.
right? You won't be a key part of the team. You may be
Yeah.
able to play, but to me in basketball, if you get a star player and that coach gets fired, that kid can transfer in 30 days.
Yeah, he's got 30
And
days.
then uh, if he's a good player, they can plug him in, and within a
Yeah.
couple of weeks,
Yeah.
he could be the best player on that team, and they could be making a run in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
I do not think that's even fair.
Yeah. Well, that's how baseball does it at the trade deadline. It's kind of the same thing,
I guess so. I
you
guess so.
know. So,
Right.
but the and since we've learned about this, this is my favorite subject, which you shake your head at: in-season trades in college sports.
You
Once,
believe that this is going to happen, don't you?
okay, if they ever get to the point where they have to sign a contract with the
Yeah.
school, what's going to stop? Say you got a sorry team in the ACC who's got a really good running back that Michigan wants. Hey, can we work out a deal where you can trade this guy so we can get this running back, for the last 2 games of the season so we can get a better playoff? Because a running back can pick up on the plays pretty quick.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
He could. If they run a similar system, he could pick up on it quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wide receiver maybe as well,
Yeah.
but nobody else. So, but it, that's a good point. And then like as we talk about the transfer portal, so if you trade somebody, okay, that person could literally say, okay, you traded me, but uh, at the end of the year, I can transfer to the
I
school
can
that I want
go
to go.
somewhere
Right.
else. So
So
now we're up to about
I,
8 teams.
so I guess it's like a whole thing. Like, we were saying, well, you should be obligated to go to the school for 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, what if they start going, okay, well, you signed for 2 years, we're gonna trade you since we have your right
Yes,
for
that's
another
right.
since we have your rights for another year and a half, we're gonna
Yeah.
trade you.
Yeah.
UCLA is looking for a new point guard,
Yep. Yeah.
and what are you gonna do? Uh,
Yeah.
so I'm at this point, it's the wild, wild west.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised about anything,
Yeah.
honestly.
Well, college sports they used to call it amateur sports.
Yeah,
The student athlete. You remember the student
yeah,
athlete,
yeah,
College sports is this far from professional.
yeah.
Or it may be professional. However you want to
Oh,
put
it's
it.
professional now.
It's professional.
Do you remember when we were teenagers and college football used to end like
In November.
in Thanksgiving weekend?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Army Navy game used to come on like
Yeah.
that weekend of Thanksgiving, right? Or maybe the weekend after.
Yeah. And
And then they
then
would play until
the bowl
like
games.
until like right before January 1st,
Yeah,
right?
they would stop then, and then the bowl games would happen.
Well, they stopped because they're basically for academics.
Yeah,
Students have exams.
that's
They have to
right.
focus, finish the
Yeah,
semester, right?
yeah, yep.
And then all of a sudden, where did all that go? You know?
Well, then they started throwing in conference championships, which were the first week of
Oh yeah,
December. And
yeah,
then ESPN rears its ugly head and said, you know what? We need to start having more bowl games like
yeah,
the Pop Tart Bowl, and
yeah,
we want to have it, Christmas Eve. So
yep.
that's right.
And oh, by the way, now college teams play more games. You
Yeah.
know, they play
Well,
more games than they used to.
are
You
they up to
know,
12 or 13 now?
I think you're right. When we were coming up, I think it was 10.
Yeah, it was
You
10
know,
games. Yeah, if a
yeah,
team, some teams they would go 10-0, and if they won their bowl game, they're 11-0.
right,
11 whatever, 10-1,
right.
whatever it was. Yeah.
And now I think if you win the whole
We get
thing now,
you
you
get 3
play
playoff
15
games.
games, I think. I think you
Yeah, there's
play
3
15
playoff
games.
games.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a lot, man.
It's a lot.
That's a lot. You know,
That's only 2 shy of the NFL.
yeah. So you might as well say you have pros, you
Yeah.
know, and what I've also heard is, oh well, you know, guys rookies that go into the NFL, they're exhausted by the time they get to December in the pro season,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't know why that dude played at LSU, he was playing in damn the third week in January,
And
you know.
they had harder practices than what the NFL's got.
His team was a tougher team than the team he's playing on now. Right. You know? So I
Yeah.
don't, you know, it's just too much. I like for things to go back, but it never will.
Oh no, it's over. But as from the fan perspective, I would like to see just a little bit of consistency, but it's not happening ever again. So I mean, you get players, and this what started this conversation, folks, is I was watching a football game, and in the guide it had this player played here, 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 and now he's here. And if you listen, if you listen to the announcers, they'll mention where he was at his previous 2 schools. So
Right. I mean, I don't want to say I'm against transferring,
yeah,
right? I do think the portal can be a good thing because at one point, college players didn't have any choice. Their coach
no,
would leave, and then they
yeah,
would be locked into the contract, and they would have to sit out a whole year if they
yeah,
transferred. I was not cool with that,
yeah,
but now, it's just too much. I mean, there's been great players who have actually transferred. It's not just guys, like now they transfer for money. But like you have certain players. You had Joe Burrow. He played at Ohio State. Then he went to LSU. Kyler Murray. I think he was Texas A&M and then Oklahoma. You
yeah.
know, so Justin Fields. Georgia, and then he went to Ohio State. So I mean,
Justin Fields played at Georgia. Didn't know that.
yeah, he started at Georgia. Well, I don't know if he played.
Okay, he
I think
probably
that's
went
the
to
reason
Ohio
why he
State because they.
transferred. Right.
Yeah, he probably went to Ohio State because they said, "Well, we'll let you compete for a starting job."
Right.
Yeah,
So, how it is when you go to those big schools. I mean, I don't remember the whole situation now,
yeah,
but I mean, I'm sure it was probably he was waiting his time, and then all of a sudden, they got the next latest and greatest,
yeah,
and then all of a sudden, he was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna start now,
yeah,
so I'm out of here, So I don't mind that. You've had players who've left, and Troy. I think it was Troy Aikman went from Oklahoma
yeah.
to UCLA.
He
You
broke his
know,
leg. He broke his leg, so he had to sit out,
right,
for a while.
and
So
then he
that was a whole different thing.
right.
Yeah,
So I mean, I don't mind that, but when you're transferring, okay, I'm playing for this team this year
yeah,
because they got a good team, and then you transfer
because they're
because
offering you more
guys are
money.
leaving, and then you go for money to somewhere else. That's just too much. It
Yeah,
really affects the fan experience when, especially for football, when you don't know who your starting quarterback is going to be every year.
How can you put pressure on a coach to win when
Right.
he loses 30% of his team every year?
Right. And better yet, so we were talking about Virginia Tech and UCLA.
Yeah.
What if you're a fan of either one of those schools? They may not even have enough players to field a team.
Yeah, because every player on those teams are eligible to transfer.
Right.
Yeah.
So are you going to go and then see guys playing double duty because they don't have enough players? Is that what you're going to do?
That's why they're trying to find people like me who are all world second team 2 years ago in high school. That's what they're looking for.
They're going to the local YMCA and looking for guys to play some basketball. Be like, hey, you got some good handles, son. You want to play some basketball? You know? I mean, like, I just find that to be ridiculous. You know, what happens when that happens? You know?
Well, we're about to find out.
Especially if it was basketball.
Yeah.
You only have, 14 guys in college basketball? So
I think the roster's 16. Well, 16. I think I think you got 14 scholarships and you can have like 3 walk-ons.
Oh, okay. So I mean, what if 7 or 8 of them left?
Yeah, where you at? Look where you're at.
Where you at? What are you gonna do? You know, so you were having tryouts in the gym on campus.
Yeah.
Just like saying who wants to play.
Like all these yahoos that say want our coach fired. Do they realize the repercussions of what's about to happen? So he lost the first game of the season. You fire him, you're going to lose everything for the next 2 seasons.
Right. You're starting over. And how bad is it for the coach? It takes over. You know?
Oh, yeah. That's awful.
It was like, oh, he sucked. He couldn't do anything. It was like, well, damn, he didn't have any players, did he?
Well, Bill Belichick, when they were talking about his team, they said he had like 47 new players.
Yeah. He
or
did
something
exactly
like
Deion Sanders.
Yeah. You can't win like that.
You can't. They're not used to playing with each other. And you know what? As good of a coach as he is, he won't have that team next year. So
no, he won't.
What is he going to do?
No, struggle through it again.
Right. I don't see how it's a winning situation. And that's also why when we think of the classic teams, I don't know if there's going to be any teams like those teams that people say. I don't think there's going to be a University of Miami from, the early 2000s. I don't think there's going to be, the basketball teams.
Well, definitely even the professional teams have guys that are on their team at least 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
You're never going to have a team that can that can get to a championship regularly if you got new guys every year. It just ain't going to happen. So
it's just not, there's not going to be any great teams anymore.
Yeah.
There's just not. When I watch, my favorite time of year is the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
When I watch that tournament now, I feel like I see about maybe in the whole tournament, I see 5 pro players. And the rest of them are just kids that are just getting money to play basketball, but they're really not that good.
Yeah. That's where we're at. So
that's where we're at.
All right, we're going to have to wrap this up because we're getting too nostalgic and it's going way too long. Remember, folks, like and subscribe so we can give money to our favorite team, North Carolina and Kentucky, so they can get some good players in there and we can watch them win 1 year. So long, everybody.
So long, everybody.
Y'all come back now. Here